Hello, welcome back to my vlog. I told y'all in the last one that I was breaking it up into 2 parts, so welcome to the second part. This one is not as long as the first part. Hope you're glad about that. Still was a pain in the ass to edit it, but that's okay. I hope that you enjoy part 2 and the last part. I have talked to some of my family members about this, including my mom. I get mixed opinions and reactions. Like my mom and my cousin, who I call like my second mom, she's married to my mom's nephew. She's always been like a second mom to me. She said, well, you know, when people travel, they do fully unpack. She was like, and it was only for a few days, so you should have been able to handle it. She was like, but I also understand you want to feel comfortable in your home, and you should feel comfortable in your home, and you like being by yourself. So I get both sides of it. She was like, but you know, it was just for a few days. And my mom is like, well, me, if it was a few days, you know, I'm fine. But my mom, she's a people pleaser, and I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not going to feel uncomfortable in my home. With the way she was acting, it just wasn't going to work. And I need my apartment and my space to look a certain way. And when you're coming in and you're fucking with that and you're fucking with my peace, you got to go. So I wouldn't have done anything differently. And when you're not acting like you have common courtesy and common sense, you know, like don't put your hands on people's stuff, clean up behind you and your son. That's a no for me. If I go to somebody's house, I'm not fully unpacking, first of all. First of all, that's stupid to me. Who wants to pack the first time? Why would you unpack all this shit and then have to pack it again? Make that make sense. You take out what you need, and that's what I told her in the text message. You take out what you need. If you know you're going to take a shower, you take out the clothes you're going to put on. And you put your dirty clothes back in the suitcase. That way, when you get ready to leave, you don't have to pack all this shit. You only got to pack like your toothbrush and stuff like that. But everything else is still in your suitcase. Unless it's something that needs to be hung up on a hanger, it can stay in your suitcase. And to me, again, that's stupid to fully unpack. Why would you want to have to pack again? Like, that's dumb. I just would never treat somebody else's space like that. I would never want somebody to walk in a room in their home and my shit is everywhere. It's not my home. I'm not doing that. And I want whoever to feel comfortable in their own space. I would never want somebody to feel uncomfortable in their home because of me. I'm going to clean up behind myself. It takes 2 seconds to throw something away. Like, I just would never act like that. Like, that's crazy to me. And then again, you know, with how she was spazzing, I don't want that around me for another 2-3 days. Like, I'm good on that. No, because she's a dangerous person. Somebody like her will get you killed. Just being around her and how she acts and how she reacts to things, you will get killed being around somebody who spazzes like that. People get killed every day for less than that. And you out here spazzing, you're giving somebody a reason to want to kill you. I can't hang around somebody like you. Another thing I also kind of want to touch on, she was saying how she was never going to talk to me again, which, like I said before, that's fine. I didn't talk to her ass before that, so I don't give a damn if I never talk to her again. But she was telling me not to call my sister, not to talk to my sister again, her mom. And I was like, that's fine. All your mom gives me is conversation. I already told y'all that my sister is older than me, much older than me, old enough to be my mom. So I feel like her being the older sibling, she should have been trying to have a relationship with me, trying to establish a relationship with me. And I get, like, my dad fucked up with her. He could have did better. And my mom too, because I'm not going to be with a man who ain't taking care of his child like he should. So my mom should have stepped up too. But at the end of the day, none of that ain't got nothing to do with me. I was born into this shit. I didn't ask for none of this. I've always kind of felt like whatever my dad did to her, She put that shit on me, and that ain't right, because I didn't ask for none of this. I can't help that your mom didn't want you. I can't help that maybe my dad wasn't ready to be a dad when you were born. I can't help that my dad didn't raise you. I can't help that my dad chose to be an amazing dad to me, and that my parents were together and yours, my dad was never with your mom. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I was born into all this shit. I just feel like her being the older sister, she should have been trying to show me the way and show me things. You've been on this earth way longer than I have. You have more knowledge than I have. And that's not what happened. I was the one trying to build some resemblance of a relationship with her from the time I was a teenager. I was the one always calling her, and all she would do is lie to me and tell me she gonna call me back, call me back, call me back, and never did. It was always me, when it should have been the other way around. Using the same excuse that she uses now, work, work, work. But in reality, we all make time for the things that matter to us. So in reality, she just didn't give a fuck about me when I did nothing to her. Ever. Especially back then. Like, let's just be all the way real here. If I don't ever talk to my sister again, what am I really losing? She ain't been here for nothing. Nothing that matters to me. No milestones. Wasn't here when I graduated from elementary, middle, high school, college, baby shower, when I had my baby. Nothing. Do tell me, what is it that I would be missing out on if I never talk to my sister again? But the people that really care about me were there for all of that. Didn't miss a beat. Those are the people who I would never want to lose. But my sister, you ain't never did shit for me. As far as my niece telling me not to talk to her again, what am I losing? A little bit of conversation, and there are other people I can conversate with. She ain't the only person I conversate with, but she ain't never did shit for me, ain't never been here for shit for me. So what the fuck am I missing if I never talk to her again? I'll wait. I'm saying, I want to get into some more things, but that would just be me being petty. And I'm not going to do that. I thought about doing that, but I don't know if it's God, but there's a voice telling me don't go that far. So I'm going to let that part go. As far as me never talking to my sister again, I don't really care. I've seen my sister a handful of times my entire life, and I'm 38 years old. What is it that I would be missing if I never talk to her again? When it comes to my niece, I didn't talk to her before. Her telling me she ain't gonna never talk to me again, I don't care. And the only reason why I was talking to her then was because I was trying to appease my mom. But I didn't want to be a part of none of this shit in the first place. And I got bamboozled. It was a lesson learned for me. Now I know to never let anybody spend the night with me. And for anybody that says, well, if you knew you were going to feel some type of way about her unpacking or her being there, why would you let her stay? I didn't know. This was the first time that anybody outside of like a man, but that's different. This is the first time that any family or friends or anything has spent the night with me since I've been on my own. And I've only been on my own for a year and a half. Pretty sure that there's going to be a lot more firsts and a lot more lessons that I'm going to have to learn of things that I haven't experienced yet. This is the first time I've experienced this, so I couldn't have known. I couldn't have known that her being here was going to make me feel uncomfortable and make me feel some type of way. I couldn't have known that she was going to unpack all her shit and that it was going to make me feel some type of way. I couldn't have known that she wasn't going to clean up behind her and her son. I couldn't have known she was going to spaz the way that she did. I mean, I knew she had an attitude. I knew she was a straight shooter. I knew she was a no nonsense, but I didn't know she spazzed like that. I've never seen her spaz like that, you know. And you know, you can't know what you don't know. And now I know that these things trigger me. I will never allow a family member or a friend to spend the night with me again. And I will never offer, and that's where I made my big mistake, but I won't ever let anybody outside of a man spend the night with me. Like, that's different with a man. That's something completely different. But like a friend or a family, that will never happen again, you know. First and last time, lesson learned immediately. So that's what that is. I couldn't know because I haven't experienced it since I moved out on my own. I would like advice though on if I handled it the right way, and do y'all feel like she was wrong at all? I definitely know that how she reacted was wrong. How she acted was just uncalled for. She didn't have to do all that she did. We could have sat down and talked about it after the fact, after she read the text. But she didn't have to do all that, threatening to fight me and all this and that. But I just, you know, feel like as vloggers, we should be a little bit more personal and open up about things and talk about real things, because how can our viewers really get to know us if we keep it surface level and we only show y'all one side of things and never show y'all some of the harder, rougher times, or have sit down talks like this about real life things. And I'm a talker. I like getting advice. I like having real dialogue and real conversations. I like opinions. I'm very opinionated. Sometimes I need this, and it's good for the soul to talk about things and get it off your chest. That's the gist of it. So I definitely will never talk to her again, my niece. Which, like I said, I wasn't talking to her before Friday. I'm never going to talk to my sister again. She's a snake. She's not to be trusted. Like I told my niece, my family that's down here, that have been here for everything, we could argue today and we gonna be fine tomorrow, because that's real love. They ain't going nowhere no matter what. You know what I'm saying? They gonna ride or die for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean die literally, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no them getting mad at me and never talking to me again, because that's not how real love works. Real love is we gonna argue today and we gonna be fine tomorrow. We ain't going nowhere. We don't get mad at each other over no petty shit and hold on to it. Families are gonna have arguments, they're gonna have disagreements, they're gonna get into it. But when you really love somebody, nothing is going to override that love you have for them. And my real family have been here through my milestones, have been here when I graduated from high school, college, baby shower, when I had my baby. My sister ain't done none of this shit. If I don't ever talk to her again, I'm not missing out on nothing but some conversation. And at this point, now that I know she's a snake, I don't even want conversation with her. So I'm not missing out on nothing. But in reality, who is she in my life? Nobody. Conversation, and that's it. I don't even know if I could really say I love my sister. I like her sometimes, but I think, especially since my dad died, I've probably just been trying to have some resemblance of a relationship with her, just so I can feel like, you know, he's looking down and he's happy to see his daughters in each other's lives some type of way. And probably was the same thing when he was alive, trying to appease him. It takes more to have love than some simple conversation. It's got to be being there for each other physically in the moments that matter, not just conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like really showing up and showing out for each other. And that hasn't happened. So I don't even know if I can really say I love my sister. And I don't know shit about her. You know, I don't know her favorite food, favorite color. She don't know none of that about me. So I don't know how you can love somebody and you don't really know shit about them. But I mean, she ain't never been there for me. She's lied to me a lot, you know, growing up. And, you know, she still uses work as an excuse. Again, we make time for the things that matter. So I guess I would say I never really matter, and that's fine. It is what it is. It ain't no loss to me if I never talk to her again. Okay, but this vlog is like 40 minutes long at this point. It's gonna take me forever to edit this, and I'm sleepy as hell. It is now 6:58. Yep, this vlog is an hour long basically. There's so much more I want to say though, but I'm not gonna go there. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this sit down talk. Please comment below your opinions, what you think I could have or didn't do, should have done differently. If you think I was wrong, if you think she was wrong, which I don't know how you wouldn't think that she was wrong. But, you know, just comment below because I do want your outlook on this. Not that it's going to change how I feel. Like I said, I wouldn't do anything differently. And, oh, another thing. Hold on, let me restart it because this is way too long. Another reason why I needed her to leave was because it took me 36 years to finally get to the point where I wanted to be on my own. And that was a huge step for me. That was life-changing for me. Like, nobody moves out on their own for the first time at 36 by choice. You know, like, I was very comfortable at my mom's house. I was content there. I had no plans on leaving. I just literally randomly one day said it's time. So for me, that was a huge step. That was life-changing, and it's definitely changed my life. Being on your own for the first time, and this is my first time actually adulting, is eye-opening, is life experience, is life-changing. For me to finally get to that point, this is my peace. This is my happiness, and this is the freest that I've ever felt in my entire life. I'm living selfishly, and I feel like I deserve that. I'm finally on my own, living on my rules, and I'm almost 40. I'm being selfish. I'm living for Quante. So when you come in and you're messing up Quante's peace, you're disturbing Quante's peace, you're disturbing Quante's space, you gotta go. I don't care that you're down here for a trip. I don't care that you have your son with you. It's about me. And you're disturbing my peace. So you gotta go. So that's another reason why she had to go. I'm being selfish. I don't give a damn about how you feel over how I feel, and this is my space. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I hope that you enjoyed me talking about something more personal and you getting to know a little bit of my backstory as far as this situation with my sister and my niece goes, and a little bit of the backstory with my dad when it comes to me and my sister. Sorry that it's so long, but you know, it's a sit down and I'm talking, so it is what it is. Please leave comments down below because I do want to know how y'all feel. I want your outlook. I want your opinions. So I hope that I actually do hear from some of y'all. Be honest, but if you are rude and disrespectful, I will block your ass and delete your comment. But just be honest. You know, you don't have to be rude. Even if you don't agree with me, you don't have to be rude. Just, you know, be honest. But I'm not gonna do the rude and disrespectfulness on my YouTube channel. I will delete your comment and I will block you. But anyway, I hope that you enjoy. Like always, don't forget to subscribe, comment below, and I will see you in my next one. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, and good night for me. Bye.